Hello and welcome to Head and Shoulders, where we cover athletes' performances and otherwise that are head and shoulders above the rest. Well, it looks like the fifth time's the charm. For some reason, I have not been able to capture this recording. So, yes, I am recording. So, with that being said, look, before we get into the content, you saw the title today. We're going to cover Dalilah Muhammad, Sydney McLaughlin, Anna Cockrell, Shamir Little, as far as at the USA Championships, about who I see making it through to the next round and why I see each of these athletes and what their potential is when it comes to that. But with that being said, before we get into content, be sure to subscribe. We're looking for 1,000 subscribers. I know it's a big goal by the end of July. Once we do that, we can start having our call-in broadcast. But with that being said, at least schedule call-in broadcast so that it's a little bit easier to maintain. But let's appreciate who we have right now. I think from what I have seen, Dalilah Muhammad is the greatest 400-meter hurdler of all time. That doesn't take away anything from her, whether she makes this games or not. She'd be able to solidify it even more. But so far in that, it's a lot of recognition and hype going behind Sydney McLaughlin. And remember what happened in 2019. 2019 happened where, Dalilah Muhammad dropped 2 world records on McLaughlin's head at the USA Championships and then again in Doha at the World Championships. And this is the thing that happens. It's a lot of hype saying, hey, she's young, she's going to do this, she's already, and they were giving her the crown ahead of time, right? And then Muhammad says she's focusing on herself. She wants to break the world record. She's got a lot of competition around her, but she just focused on herself. She just came up and she said, hey, this is what I want to do. And there you go. And you know what? I'm just saying, she's been the most consistent American 400-meter hurdler that I have seen, looking back and doing my research or anything, whether that is whether this is in the last 10 or so years or even further back than that. And I see her as the most consistent 400-meter hurdler on the female side back from when the women first started competing at the World Championships and Olympic Games. Because when I look back, the most decorated, now correct me if I'm incorrect, but the most decorated 400-meter hurdler right now on the female side is Dalilah Muhammad. She's got 2 silvers, one from Moscow in 2013. The other one is London in 2017. And then she's got the gold in Rio. So she's the most decorated 400-meter hurdler, and she has broken the world record twice. Consistent performer over a huge span of time. Back in 2013, she's got a medal from the World Championships. So the only other, and then also leading, tied for third, or tied, it's a 3-way tie between her and Lashinda Demas, which has the world's best time at the end of the year. Sally Gunnell from Great Britain, that had that back in the 90s when she was blazing up the track. And then that's about it as far as 3 athletes that have held the world's best time at the end of the season. And not only that, she's done a step better than Lashinda Demas because she's able to have secured a world championship and Olympic gold. So that's something to keep in mind. Sydney McLaughlin had the best time in 2018, and she has the best time, the world leading time this year. But so far, right now, and here it is right here, she ran 1 400-meter hurdle race this year, and she secured the world's best time. It was on the 6th of June. Very much in line with what's coming up here. So no matter what happens, that's what I see. But now, let's get into the nitty-gritty of this. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. So you guys know I do my research. I'll look back and say, who has the best times of the year? I went all the way back. We went back into the 1970s to make sure of this. I'm not just saying, hey, this person is the greatest of all time because of, no, we went back to the 70s here. So with that being said, Sydney McLaughlin has the world leading time this year. Let's go over his stats on the World Championship, worldathletics.org website. So without further ado, 400 meters, She got a 51-16. I remember watching that race earlier this season. And yeah, this is the thing. But this is the thing that she's always had. She's had the advantage of being faster than everybody else in the field from the 100 all the way up to the 400. She's been faster than everybody in the field. The thing is that she can't get on Dalilah Muhammad is that I've seen them race each other, and I saw her beat Muhammad once. She might have beat her twice, but I've seen her only beat her once. But the thing that Muhammad has over Sydney McLaughlin is that she gets out, even though she's slower than her over the 200, slower than her over the 400, and everything. She has, at that point, that tells me she has better speed endurance than Sydney McLaughlin, or Sydney McLaughlin is not using her speed to her advantage. That's one of the two. Obviously, she's still young. That means she's still getting her wheels on her, and that she's still learning the timing of every spot and every hurdle. But as we saw in 2019, when they were coming down the home straightaway, what happened? McLaughlin did not get over the hurdles as well. She got over way higher. Her form was breaking down into the home straightaway. And while she did claw at her in that last 50 meters, and then especially after that final hurdle, Dalilah Muhammad was able to hold it together and didn't stutter step, didn't break her form or anything when she was going over those hurdles. And every single one of those hurdles, every step counts. The height over the hurdle counts. She started being more sloppy, and that showed. Now, this year is a little bit different. Why? Because Dalilah Muhammad has not been making the best showing that she can. Only 24 seconds in the 200 and a 53.77 in the, 24 seconds in the 200 and a 53.77 in the 400. That's gonna really hurt. Now, that was back in April. But what that's telling me, she still should be able to run faster than that, because at 54.50 and a 55.01, those both are telling me she'd be able to run faster than that. But she did get 5th place in this 400. Not the best sign, with a 53.77. That's just not looking too good here. Because especially because Sydney, what I do like to say is this: consistency is one thing. Muscle memory is something that we cannot argue against in track and field. The thing that Dalilah Muhammad has going for her is this. This is the thing that she has going for her. And I'm not saying that in a pejorative way. She has the championship going for her because her body, going 52.16, having the world record, your body remembers this. Your body remembers that you've run that fast. So if she can get that together and bring that together at the World Championships, I have no doubt in my mind that she'll make the World Championships, the Olympic team in Tokyo. I got no doubt. The thing is, here is Shamir Little going to be able to capture this. She was the 2-time USA champion. The last time she won was 2018. 2019, she faded to 4th place in home straightaway. It was Ashley Spencer that wound up getting 3rd. It was the exact same team that went to Rio, where it was Muhammad, McLaughlin, and Spencer that went to Rio. Then they came back in 2019 and did the same thing and made the team there. So as far as this, I'm going to go to Shamir Little and do a profile on her, then Anna Cockrell. Then we're going to talk about Dalilah Muhammad and where I see who's placing 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and so on. So with that being said, okay, 23:40. I've been following her since high school. I announced for her in high school in Illinois in an indoor race. Before I even knew who she was, I saw that this was like, oh, she's a champion. She's about to win. I didn't know anything about it. The first time I saw her was on the track, indoor track. Said, oh, she's about to win. I said it to somebody. They said, how do you know? I said, I can tell when I look at somebody in their eyes. She was being goofy right before the race started. and I said, hey, she's gonna win. She blazed it. Whatever the record was at that indoor track, she destroyed the record. With that being said, she hasn't had the best 200. That's what I've noticed about her. 200 is like one of her weakest things. She's got a strong 400. As you can see, both of these results right here. She's got a very strong 400. Now, this was an indoor 200, the 2340, but she's got a strong 400. Can she come away, and she's still running the 800, it would seem. Can she come away and clinch? Because what I noticed with this, when she comes and runs her 400-meter hurdle races, it's kind of like a hit and miss when it comes to her consistency. And that's the one thing that is working against Shamir Little here. She is one hell of a competitor. She is one hell of a champion. She's got a silver medal at the World Championships back in 2015 in Beijing. The thing is, she's fell over the hurdles in the finals before. She's mistimed her hurdling technique, and then she's completely fallen apart before. She's done all of those. And so that's the thing that's working against her. If she can get out hard and hold through, I believe that she can make it through. But the only problem is Anna Cockrell. And since there is no picture of her there, let's bring her up one off of here that I have, because we got to have some name recognition here. So here's Anna Cockrell. She is now the NCAA Division I champion in the 400 and 100-meter hurdles. The only problem that I got with this is that the thing that's working for her is here. Let's let her results speak for her. The thing that's working for her is her speed. The thing that is working against her, and she's better than all of them over the 100-meter hurdles. That's not even a question. But the thing that's working against her would be, look at all of these races that she's got under her legs. Yes. All right. She's the NCAA Division I champion. But remember what just happened in the women's 100. Not a single one of those collegiate athletes made it to the top 3 spots, and they got knocked out. What is that telling you? Well, the pounding on the legs. Yes, they're young. Yes, they have an age advantage. But the thing is that if you can't get over, and when it goes to the pros, and you just look at the difference. Okay. She's got more races under her, but she's in the 800, so she's trying to do some things with strength. Look at this. She may have run indoor, but just look at the resume right here. Just a lot less races, even with Shamir Little. Dalilah Muhammad, a lot less races. And it's not even just, hey, it's COVID-19 and everything like that. They just got a lot less races that they went to. Whereas in college, you're doing things that you're trying to run for your coach. You're trying to get points for the team. You're trying to do your own conference, in her case, Pac-12. Then you come back and then wind up going to the NCAA prelims, then the finals. Then she's going to the Olympic trials and everything. And then she did run the 100 hurdles. Here she is, won her heat. So what she has going against her is that. So what do you all think? Do you guys agree with me? I believe that this year, the USA champion is going to be Sydney McLaughlin. And of course, it's a huge media engine behind her. They focus on her more than Dalilah Muhammad. That's one thing for certain. But it's really just because of her age, and that she's been able to just break down these records because of her age. And I'm not saying it in a pejorative way. It's literally like, hey, that's to her advantage. Dalilah Muhammad has been the most consistent competitor. But hey, it's a whole media engine around her. So if she wins this, it's going to be a huge fanfare that would be bigger than if Dalilah Muhammad wins. That's what I'm saying. So I believe that Sydney McLaughlin, this is her year to win the USA championships on a year that qualifies for a championship team. So I believe she has it. Dalilah Muhammad, where do I see her at the championships? Well, I believe she makes it through, and that she either gets second or third. I can't really see which one of those it would be. Just based on what she's doing now, I know her coach knows how to get her together. So it's not like, oh yeah, she's whatever. And she has the experience to know how to get through these rounds. And it's not like she needs to win the USA championships, because what she really needs is to defend her title. So when it comes down to that, whether she wins or loses here, as long as she makes it through to Tokyo. But when it comes to that, I believe she gets second. I got her more likely to get second. And her biggest weakness is that she fades in that last about 60 meters, where if you really look at most of her races, the field typically catches her in that last 60 meters. The only exception that I saw to that was when she broke the world record in the USA Championships in 2019. She pulled away from Shamir Little and away from Sydney McLaughlin. And then Little was trying her hardest. And then in that last about 45 meters, she just completely fell apart as Ashley Spencer wound up doing a kick in that home straightaway. But that's what Dalilah Muhammad has going for her. What do you all think? Or going against her. What do you all think about this? And as far as third, I think Anna Cockrell is going to make the 100 hurdle team. And I think if she makes that, she might be satisfied with that. Shamir Little is an unknown quantity. Unfortunately, Corey Carter did not make it this year because of chronic injury. She posted up on her Instagram. And I would have liked to see Corey Carter compete for that rounds too. But as far as Shamir Little, it's just the consistency. When it comes to USA championships, she's typically really good for this. So that's why I will put the weight on her. The weight is on Shamir Little. I believe that she has it over an Anna Cockrell. And Anna Cockrell just has so many races down in her legs. The pounding over for the 400 hurdles, I don't think that's going to happen. So, but anything can still happen. Anybody can make that through. But when it comes to these times right here, the top three athletes in the U.S. are McLaughlin, Little, and Muhammad. We're going to see. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, and share to other people. Peace out.